Chapter 20 Deep. With the eye in the clouds having its sight set on the bird, Anthea got nervous. She thought they were home free to ant witches, but of course not. They couldn't just have a peaceful journey to their destination without the risk of being killed. She rolled her eyes. She should have known better. With the amount of adventures through the forest under her belt, she shouldn't be surprised at the amount of angry creatures they have passed, even in the sky. She couldn't even count the amount of times her and Ant Witch were attacked while flying over the forest on her broom. Why would today be any different? Maybe it was just wishful thinking. Anthea racked her brain for information about a monster in the clouds. Out of all the books she read, nothing was coming to mind. Running was the first option she could think of.
Elle, let's get out of here, fast,
she said, keeping an eye on the creature in the clouds. Elle patted the bird on the neck and it took off as fast as it could, and Elle held on as tight as they could. With the bird at full speed, loosening their grip even a little would probably send them flying off the back of the bird. But even at top speed, it didn't seem to shake the cloud beneath them. Anthea was starting to look concerned. Fighting in the air wasn't her specialty, especially when she had to make sure Elle was safe by her side. As usual, avoiding a fight was the best bet, but she wasn't sure how she could shake the monster from tailing them.
Hey! Do you think you could get that bird to poop on the eye in the clouds?
Anthea said, grinning. Elle looked at Anthea with a blank face.
Never mind, it was stupid,
she said, smiling at Elle, then crossing her arms and staring into the eye deep in thought. What if she used the bird? It was risky, but the beak on that bird does look fairly sharp, and it also has talons. This would result in thrusting Elle at the enemy, but surely the bird could rush at it fast enough that it wouldn't give the monster enough time to react before it attacked what looked like its weak point. Anyone who got their eye attacked wouldn't be feeling too well afterwards, monster or not. Anthea told Elle her plan, and as terrifying as it seemed, Elle was starting to get a feel for the action and adventure and nodded in agreement, though hesitating at first. They grabbed a tuft of feathers, patted the bird on its neck, and guided it towards the eye at full speed. Right before the bird was about to make contact with the eye, something went wrong. The eye widened and the clouds around it cleared. Something about this did not set right with the bird, causing it to panic and rear back immediately. Elle wasn't able to hold on with such sudden movement and commotion, and they let go of the feathers, slipping off the back of the bird and falling through the clouds. Anthea, barely holding on to Elle's shirt as they fell to the ground, quickly searched through her bag for something to break Elle's fall when the bird suddenly burst through the clouds, soaring straight after Elle with his feet stretching forward. It reached out to grab Elle with its talons, but fell short when something from the clouds grabbed it, yanking it back out of sight. When the bird was grabbed, it barely missed Elle, scratching them on their face and causing a deep cut to bleed. Anthea had momentarily stopped searching her bag in the hopes that the bird was able to grab Elle from their fall. Quickly realizing this wasn't the case, she grabbed a pill from her bag and swallowed it immediately while tying a string around her waist and connecting it to Elle's wrist. After a moment, Anthea had inflated 10 times her size, and Elle was yanked back, floating by the wrist that Anthea was tied to. They floated slowly and gently to the ground and landed softly. Anthea opened her mouth, releasing a gust of wind, and shrunk down to her original, small size and climbed up onto Elle's shoulder.
I'm sorry this keeps happening to you, but thankfully we're pretty close to ant witches,
Anthea said, placing a hand on Elle's neck.
Here, let me patch up that scratch for you.
Anthea dug through her bag while Elle sat on the ground with tears in their eyes and a hand on their cheek. It hurt, and they just wanted to go home. Thank you so much to all of my patrons, including Eve Milady, Lavoisier, Michael Young, Hope Poops, Sarah James, Josh Perry Buck, Alice Tries, Nerdy Curls, Rochelle Renee, Hannah, and Acrylia. If you want a shout out at the end of my videos, access to my sketchbook, coloring pages, and more, become my patron by clicking the link in the description. Thank you all so much for the support. Bye!